Hey everybody, welcome back to 14 Rings and NFC's podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Mal, Maurice, and JT, and we are recording after week 12. Even though Mal has week 11 here in the agenda, threw me off there.
Week 12.
Yep, week 12, but that's okay. We still got a lot to talk about despite the Commanders not playing. There is still plenty of news around the NFC East, and we're going to talk about some other stuff too. So, that being said, we go to our preseason predictions as always. Week 12, let's see here. Commanders were on a bye. Thank God we needed it. We had a 50-50 split on Cowboys-Eagles game. Who do you think had the Eagles winning and who had the Cowboys winning?
You, Lucas, and Mal.
So me and Mal had who doing what?
You had the Eagles beating the Cowboys.
That is correct, yes. That is actually pretty correct,
yeah. That is true.
And then the Giants, we all had that penciled in as a loss, though I will say that was a lot closer than I think we expected. So kudos to you guys, Mal. That being said, well, you know what? There was some good that came out of that loss, so I'll let you get
victories, but yeah.
No, I'm not talking about during the game. I'm talking about after the game.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so here we go. Tale as old as time. Giants lose again to the Detroit Lions, 34-27. And let me tell you guys, the worst thing about this is that finally, for years we complained about how the offense was stale. We couldn't score points. Well, we can score points. Our defense is just trash now.
Ooh.
So can't have both, which is fine. Love that for us.
Just
anyway,
in the fourth quarter.
Giants sitting at 2-10, eliminated from the playoffs. So another lost season before Thanksgiving. But hey, at least we're done. We're good. No more stress. We're just vibing. So we'll get into this game, guys. I won't be too crazy about it because it was one that we kind of have been discussing over the past few weeks with the blown leads. The Giants have proven they can hang with some pretty good teams and have led some pretty good teams. They just can't finish out games. And that was a big reason why we advocated for our defensive coordinator to be fired, which I'll get into a little bit later after I go through some of the stats. Jameis Winston, great game. 18 for 36, 366 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception, and 1 sack, and had a rating of 93.1. He showed out, guys. He balled out. The trick plays from Kafka were just crazy. Jameis had a receiving touchdown, which was really cool.
That was awesome.
Wandale had a really nice touchdown for a long completion off that trick play from Kafka. So the offense looked fun. It looked different. It looked kind of exciting. It was really cool. Tyrone Tracy had another good day, 20 carries for 62 yards. Singletary got in on a little bit of the action. Wandale Robinson, career game. 9 receptions for 156 yards with a touchdown. Theo Johnson had 77 yards. Tyrone Tracy had 68 yards receiving. Isaiah Hodgins, touchdown. Immediate impact player off the practice squad of Pittsburgh. So he was a no-brainer signing. Glad he's back to being a Giant. Then, of course, we have Jameis Winston with his receiving touchdown. So it was a good day for everybody. Javon Holland had an interception. However, defensive woes continued. Fourth quarter breakdown, as usual, giving up another double-point lead. And guys, in all seriousness, we're celebrating. Pop the champagne. Shane Bowen is no longer employed by my football team.
You've been pushing for this after week 1.
It is about time. He should have been fired in the offseason, I've been saying. Ben said, will say, and will continue to say, even when he's long gone, worst defensive coordinator I've ever had for this team, and that's saying something. That many blown double-digit leads, you got to go. Listen.
Yeah, me and Earl were talking about that. We were like, if they go 50, if they win those games instead of blow those leads, you guys are what, like 8-5?
Yeah, when I say we've been really hanging with some of these,
something like that, yeah,
and should have won against some of these contenders. However, we just can't close it out. We play preventative defense whenever we're up by that much, and honestly, our secondary isn't good enough for that. Even when Kafka did a press conference the day after the game and said that Dexter Lawrence was literally in tears on the sideline because Bowen wouldn't put him in for the first play of overtime, which Gibbs scored his 69-yard touchdown on. Listen, Who knows if there would have been a difference or not, but Dexter Lawrence is your best defender. Why is he not in there?
That ran right up the middle, so yeah.
Yeah, right up the middle. So if Dex was in there, maybe that play was a little bit different. In the end, hindsight's 20/20, but coaching malpractice from that guy all season. all season took no accountability. I think he should have went when Dable went because he was Dable's guy. I get Kafka wanting to, see his options and what's been going on, but finally they relieved him of his duties. It's most likely, our interim DC is most likely going to be our linebackers coach.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
He's going to be the interim.
Oh, hold
Yeah,
up,
the
hold
interim.
up. He has the same name as like a play. Is it Greg Olson?
No, it's
No.
Not the tight end, but that's his
Charlie
name.
Bullen, I think his name
Oh,
is.
you're right.
Charlie
Yeah.
Bullen.
Yeah. So he's going to be taking over. Either way, whatever. At least it's a fresh set of eyes. Hopefully, in the end, and everyone's like, "Well, it's the player's execution." Yes, of course, the player's execution hasn't been the best. Like the tackling hasn't been good. However, the coaching decisions made by Bowen was a fireable offense. He has just been absolutely terrible. Losing that many double-digit leads was in history. Like that has not been done before.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be serious, dude. You got to go. So I'm glad that we made that change. In the end, a typical Giants loss, numb to it, kind of expected it happening when we were up. Yes.
I just want to say this. There is a way for this defense as currently constructed to work. One, I think you need to go from what is your base defense right now? Is it a 4-3 or a 3-4?
Believe it's a 4-3.
Okay, I think you need to go a 3-3-5.
Okay. Honestly,
3-3-5.
talk to John. Maybe you could hire you.
Who would you put for the main three? You got Dexter Lawrence.
Okay, you're gonna put Dexter in the middle. You're gonna have Kayvon on one side, and you're gonna have Burns on the other. No, actually, no. Kayvon can be in the second line, the second three, and you put Carter as the other out.
That's too light.
Too light.
They're too light.
Well, maybe they need
to,
or you can put Golston in there if you want to try to get it heavier.
Question,
put Golston.
How many snaps did Golston have as of late?
Well, he was out with a neck injury up until recently. Let me see. I'm gonna look for you.
He had 4 tackles in this game.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
If you want to go 3-3-5, you got to make sure you got your best 3 that can run it. Right now, you got Dexter Lawrence. The other guys got to step up in order to make that happen. The 4-3 is better because you have the pass rushers that you have and you work to their strength. Now, if you were to try to do something, you could do a 5-2, but that's just too much. I think you can hit home with 4. But if you really think about going to a 3-3-5, you got to make sure that your DTs are stout. Only guy you have is Lawrence right now. Other guys got to step up.
Yeah.
Speaking of DTs, sorry, Maurice, before you go, just shout out to Darius Alexander, my rookie defensive tackle. He had 2 sacks in this game. So
nice.
Shout out him. Good stuff. Go ahead, Maurice. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. The issue with the Giants defense is they put a lot of assets, a lot of chips, a lot of money into that defensive line. And like I mentioned earlier in the season, like you really need them to be dominant for your defense to be good. Because your secondary is just not up to par. And your linebackers are, I mean, if you can maybe
linebackers? I don't have any linebackers.
Yeah, I mean,
Demetrius Flanagan Foles. I don't even know who that is, honestly.
You're really moving Thibodeau and Carter in some type of off linebacker position, and that just doesn't work. It's
taken away from your front.
Yeah, it is. And I made it was crazy to say this at the time, but I made the trade proposal of Thibodeau for Sauce Gardner. I think that would have fixed some issues, but that didn't work out. But Sauce Gardner still got traded, but that didn't work out. But this offseason, the Giants really have to look at their personnel and see who they can move. Thibodeau.
You still have Bobby Okereke.
He's been trash.
That's one player, Lucas. You gotta look at the defense as a whole.
Micah McFadden's been out. However, it all stems from Joe Shane not properly adding quality depth. Whenever we get hurt, and it's every season, we're playing guys that I haven't even heard of before being elevated from the practice squad. You can't win NFC East championships like that. You can't win anything like that. It's just not sustainable.
Yeah.
So
we got a whole season to talk about it, but
the Giants from the ground up.
Yeah, the Giants really still got to prioritize offensive line. You got to prioritize your corners and your safety.
Offensive line, I will say, has been playing very good this season. However, very big lack of depth. If one of those guys goes down, line is done.
Yeah.
Well,
Line
man,
is done.
you got to replace your all-star, your all-pro level tackle, Evan Neal, right?
My all-pro, number one, favorite player, have his jersey, Evan Neal. He will be missed.
He will be.
Listen, do you actually have his jersey?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead, Earl.
All right. I can at least say you figured out who your wide receiver 2 is. And that's Wandale. The
Okay.
one thing that I noticed from there is feels like he's the only guy to step up when it matters the most. Hyatt,
Yeah.
where you at, dog?
Yeah, that's a bust.
Slade,
He's a bust. He's a bust.
Yeah.
Health.
Hyatt GG's, honestly.
Yeah.
Right. So from the looks of it, Wandale is pretty much the wide receiver 1. We need to see who steps up as a wide receiver 2. Hodges, he could be a wide receiver 2. But at the meantime, if you're really going to try to get your receiver core to be better, you gotta like cross-examine, like, okay, who may not be on the team next year, who should be playing, just to see what job security they have for there. But I want to give hats off to Wandale, because when he stepped up, when his name was called, I give credit to him for that, because it seemed like he's the only one that I saw that really fully made a commitment to step in when neighbors went down.
I would say Bryce Ford Whedon should be getting a shot, but that's not happening now. So
I will say this, and then I'll end on this note. I think the Giants definitely have to get another wide receiver in here, wide receiver 2 to complement Neighbors. More of like a 1-2 punch, like kind of with CD Pickens and AJ Brown and Devonta. We need a real number 2. I think Wandale Hodgins would be a good 3 and 4. I think that would be a very feasible and I would say I would be proud in a wide receiver room with a true number 2, Malik, Wandale, and Isaiah Hodgins. Yeah. I think that would be great. I would have no problems with that. I think both of those guys can make plays. They're able to separate. They're able to do well, and I think Dart will elevate them. And I think in the end, Giants, and we have a whole offseason to talk about it, but they do need to get a number 2 wide receiver in there.
Well, the blessing in disguise here is, despite Cam Scatterbo being out, you got to see another season of Tyrone Tracy Jr. being a really good pass catching running back. So, I mean, is he consistent as a runner? Not always, but he has his games. But really, Cam's a good pass catcher, but he's not somebody that you want to have consistently out there catching passes either. So, like,
true.
You have a 1-2 punch at the running back position. You have workable depth at wide receiver. You have your QB of the future as long as he can stay healthy. I know I don't have any room to talk. Defense is really just what you guys need. But I will also say this: as a team whose former front office invested all in the defensive line, and it did not work out, make sure you get rid of the right people. Because if you get rid of the wrong people, like my team did, you'd be looking at Chase Young and Montez Sweat saying, "If only." But now Jonathan Allen's gone,
if only.
and it feels like Daron Payne's going to be gone after this season as well. So
you sure about that?
Yeah, it feels like the writing is being slowly made on the wall for him. They were talking about him being a piece at the trade deadline.
I got a chance to look at the number that y'all had. Y'all really spent highly on the front, on the defense side, but like looking at what could have been done on the other pieces, you tried. Like you brought in Javon Holland, you got Paulson Debo in there, and Micah McFadden, he got hurt. Like that was out of your control. But at the same time, you just gotta continue to like see how you can better your team, where maybe you might need a draft to just kind of get key needs, where instead of going best player available, you really have to fill in those that you're lacking in. And if you can get somebody in free agency, linebacker wise, maybe you might be able to find something to just shore it up, but you got to make sure that the understanding that you do shore it up it helps instead of it being just something where it's like, okay, we're just going to throw somebody out there. You really need to solidify what you're trying to do on the defense side of the ball.
Yeah, no, I agree. In the end, the Giants need to get to a place where they're able to just draft best player available, kind of like the Eagles do. We're not at that place yet. So hopefully, and next year we'll talk about it more, but hopefully we can hit on some defensive talent in the secondary. I think that's really where we're hurting the most. And hopefully we bring in a coordinator that can scheme up our guys into the best way that they can be and play on their strengths. But in the end, Giants are eliminated from playoffs. We will be moving on to the Patriots next week, which will be an interesting one. Drake May versus Dart should be fun.
Monday
and I
night.
digress. Yeah.
Oh, who's your player of the game?
Player of the game, Jameis Winston. What an animal he was last weekend. I live for him. That was great.
Yeah.
Not bad. Like he straight stiffed on that corner. That was the funniest thing I saw right there.
Yeah.
That
like
guy
how-
better be
That's
embarrassed.
gonna be that's gonna be on film. I know they clowning him for real.
Yeah, absolutely. I just know they clowned him in the film room for sure. But yeah, that's all I got. So Maurice and Earl, it's your time.
Yeah, it's time for the main
Alright.
event, the main NFC East showdown.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it away, Earl.
Okay. GG's Maurice.
GG's.
All right. The Dallas Cowboys call it a comeback. Came back, beat the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21. It was a 21-0. Pretty much, if you're playing Madden, if you get 21-0, you got skunked, pass the sticks. But this time around, my team didn't quit. And that was one thing that I thought was like, hey, keep fighting. The more and more you're fighting, we'll see how this game finishes to the finish line. And Aubrey hit a game-winning field goal. One thing that I could say in this game, you could say, wow, this was a great win. But into the bad, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is probably the worst coaching game I've seen Brian Schottenheimer coach. And I've seen him do masterclass performances, but this one, too aggressive. This one, the game really was built like a chess match, but you constantly was being so aggressive that you failed to realize what ignites your offense. And for some who knows math, quick math, 4 + 3 = 7. And from that, you saw that when you got George Pickens involved, the offense woke up. And for that, right now, George Pickens is what juices the offense to get things going. And I have a receiver, my star receiver, not himself. I'm going to get to him later. But what I saw from this game, I saw my team pretty much be too aggressive to the point that it felt like their soul was getting taken, to regaining their soul and putting that effort in on how hard you work and you go out there and get it. And the more and more I saw that, I saw more and more of a connection with Dak and Pickens, where in this matchup, they had the highest rating of 134.4 of a quarterback and wide receiver duo. And with that, it just shows how much that George Pickens means to this team. And no doubt in my mind, I want him to stay in Dallas. I know I've talked about that before. I'm tired of beating the dead horse. You know how I feel about the situation. Schottenheimer, I understand you used to play quarterback. Yeah, I had to do my research on this. He used to be a quarterback. So no doubt in his mind, his first thing is throw the ball. But when you're in the red zone, you throw the ball 3 times, but you don't run it. It doesn't make sense. The football guys was on your side this game to the point that you saw your team work so hard. And I do believe God is a Dallas Cowboy fan. Everybody want to fight me with that? Go ahead. I'm ready to box. But in the situation of it is that your team, the defense, pitches a shutout for 35 minutes. Pitches a shutout to get you back into the game, and you almost give the game away from it. Look, I didn't know how I was going to come into like talking about this, where it was like, is it going to be happy? Is it going to be mad? Is it going to be sad? I'm somewhere in the middle right now, because I know that I saw my team do something that I really haven't seen them do this season, but it also shows the character of my team, that all the hard work that Schottenheimer has put in this team shows the resiliency of this team. The new additions added, Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams is making an immediate impact. In 2 games, he has over 16 pressures with a sack, just being a major threat. And League, I asked you a question. Do you still give this trade grade an F? I'll leave that for a later time. The more and more I'm seeing him out there playing, he's making a strong example on how the defensive tackle position should be played, and it helps the guys around him. It helps Osa. It helps Kenny Clark. It helps the edges, Ezraku, Fowler, Sam Williams. And credit to Sam Williams, he made it a play. I know he's been getting a lot of heat this past season. Got the stripped Saquon of the ball when you needed it most. And I want to highlight this one player on my defense, Elijah Clark. If y'all go see the highlight, man got blown up twice, put on his back, kept fighting. And that's the one thing that I like about what Schottenheimer is building, is that he's building a team you play until you hear the whistle. Elijah Clark got blown up, still made down the field, popped the dude, fumble. Dallas get the ball back. You can't tell me that type of stuff is like taught, but when you see it in real time, it shows the heart there. So I want to give salute to Elijah Clark for that, because I think that might have been one of the play of the game this season, because it shows that you get knocked down, but you keep fighting, and then you make the immediate play. That was a phenomenal play. But my offense, you gotta stop being sugar high when it comes to passing in the red zone. Be smart when you pass. Run the football. Javonte Williams was cooking, and you're telling me you couldn't feed him the ball? Inexcusable. Schottenheimer, you gotta be better. I'm gonna shift to the good. My defense, my corners, they came back down to earth. I understood they played better in the Raiders game, but in this game, it was a challenge, and I needed to see how they progressed in that. And right now, they came back down to earth. Welcome back, guys. Kalen Carson, Shavon Ravel, they're still getting their football legs under them, but they played a little more sound, but there's a lot more discipline that goes into playing corner. Hopefully we get Diggs back, because I know this game I thought Diggs was coming back. So maybe the game against the Chiefs, he might be returning. So only time will tell with that. But my defense, I got to give credit to them. They pitched a shutout in the second half. And it's hard for me to kind of pat my defense on the back and be like, hey, good job, y'all. Good job. Because it seemed like every single time that they line up, an offense feels like when you play the Dallas defense, this is where your dreams come true. It looked like that in the first half. Second half, nightmare. But I give credit to the front four for that. Quinnen Williams, immediate impact. The one-on-ones that you get now that you have Quinnen Williams, that's key. That's one thing that's going to execute correctly. And offense-based, Pickens is the guy that ignites the offense. But I got to talk to CeeDee Lamb real quick. CeeDee Lamb, you got to stop pressing, bro. Your time is coming. But you cannot overreact the way that you reacted after that fourth down that you dropped the ball. You dropped 3 key balls in this game. You dropped 4 in the first matchup. That's a total of 7 against a top-notch team. We need you. We need you in this situation. You redeemed yourself some in this game. You made big plays when you did. But those catches, you honestly could have got a first down and you could have gotten a touchdown. And maybe, just maybe, CeeDee Lamb, you're pressing too much. Settle down. I need you to settle down, dude. Because your time is coming with that. No one is doubting what you can do, CD. You are that dude. But I think he's having kind of a mental, I mean, like a mental thing, but he's going through it this season. I think most of it kind of deals with losing his friend to the Packers. And I'm talking about number 11, where they were best friends, but not having his friend here, he was one of those players that was feeling most of the effects of it. And maybe that kind of got in his head and created a demon. But CD, I got you back, man, and Cowboys Nation got you back. You just got to go out there, rebound. Next game you got is against the Chiefs. My player of the game in this game is George Pickens. George Pickens is continuing to be that dude. And right now, he's the wide receiver 1 right now. But credit to what the guys did in this game. And Eberflus, I got to give you credit as well. You're utilizing the pieces that you are using right now. And I know I want to criticize you, but I also got to give you that credit too, because you executed what you needed to and pitched a shutout in the second half. So credit to you. And yeah, I'll talk more on the Chiefs matchup in my barbershop talk, but I digress.
All right. Once again, GG's, Earl.
GG's.
Let me get into the Eagles part of this. This was something I foresaw coming. If you listen to our barbershop talk last week in our matchup, I picked the Cowboys to win this game. I picked the Cowboys to win this game in August when we did our preseason predictions. It's hard to sweep the Cowboys. It's 1-1. We was going to go down to Dallas, and I knew it was going to be a tough matchup. What went really wrong in this game is, and Earl mentioned it about his team, and the same thing for mine, and it was even worse. Our coaching was atrocious. The coaching staff, specifically on the offense, Nick Sirianni and our offensive coordinator, Kevin Patullo, did a horrendous job in this game. You can't come out and score touchdowns in the first 3 drives and go scoreless for the next 40 minutes of football. That's hard to win. Hard to win against a really competitive team, especially a team that can be dynamic on offense if all the cylinders are going like the Cowboys offense. We went over 40 minutes without scoring a point. Even missed a field goal. And Jake Elliott's been pretty good this season. He missed a field goal. His Aubrey missed a field goal. That was more shocking. I couldn't believe that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a game that's been kind of similar to a lot of Eagles games this season. And in this case, they lost. Now, let me say this. Let me preface this by saying that I think this team is going to be okay. I thought if we would have lost last week to the Lions, that would have been a bigger loss than the loss to the Cowboys. And I know it's divisional, but for conference seeding and all of that, the win against the Cowboys was more important than the loss to the Cowboys. Now, I will say that in regards to this game, we win a lot of our games based off of talent, pure talent. And I think that specifically on offense, the coaching holds this team back a lot. Now, don't get me wrong now. I put some of the blame, minor part of the blame on the quarterback, Jalen Hurts. This wasn't a great Jalen Hurts game. Although he did pass for 289, had a touchdown. This wasn't a good Jalen Hurts game. Stayed in the pocket a lot, missed some reads, didn't throw to the right person on a lot of those pass plays. In particular, the Saquon play that he fumbled the ball, A.J. Brown was wide open, and he just missed him. He didn't even turn his head around, missed him. But that's a minor part of the issue right now. I think right now is, and I mentioned this in the matchup as well, consistency confidence, and strength were the three keys I mentioned in this game coming up. The offense was not consistent. This is not consistent. Now you could say that the Cowboys defense did what they had to do. Cool. But those first three drives, they went down the field and scored. They could have easily kept that momentum, but they didn't. They weren't consistent. That comes down to what the offensive coordinator does in his play calling. Situational. How does he react to what the defense is giving him? And so far this season, Kevin Patullo hasn't done that. He simply hasn't done that. He's not a situational coordinator or a situational coach where he can make those adjustments in game. That's his biggest weakness. He might go script the first 15 on a Thursday night or a Friday in the Eagles facilities, but in the game, once you see what the defense is giving you, they're playing the run, they're giving you the pass. What do you do? Do you come out and you go empty backfield? Do you go gun? Do you go bunches? What do you do to counteract what the defense is giving you? And Kevin Patullo hasn't done a great job of that so far. I see a lot of Philadelphia Eagles Twitter talking about firing Kevin Patullo. At this point in the season, can't do that. It's too late in the season. You're coming up into December now. You can't fire the offensive coordinator now. I know they kind of did that 2 years ago, but that was a different situation. Not the same. And I see people talk about that as well. Is this 2023? No, it's not the same because the defense is way better this year. Defense is actually being coached by a great coordinator in Vic Fangio. We've got some injuries now. We'll see how they adjust to that coming up. We lost Andrew Makuba, fractured ankle. There's a chance we lose him for the season. That's tough. Got some good news.
Speedy recovery.
Yeah, speedy recovery. Got some better news with Lane Johnson. He might not be out for the whole regular season. He might come back before the end of the season, which is good. We need him, definitely, because Fred Johnson was giving up some costly penalties in that Cowboys game that really hurt us.
That dude is humongous, dude, man. I'm like, where do you keep finding these linemen?
Yeah.
It's insane. This is a monster.
Yeah, he is. He's big, man. Buddies. So he was giving up some penalties. And speaking of penalties, the Eagles were very undisciplined in this game. And that goes back to coaching as well. 14 penalties. 14 penalties. 14 penalties. That's too much. You're the Super Bowl champions. You should be playing a lot better than this in November. 14 penalties will lose you a lot of football games. And on top of that, 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers against a team that was gaining their momentum on offense, which the Cowboys were. And I don't know if I tweeted this or not, but I said it like in the second quarter. This game is not over. This game is not over. The Cowboys were going down the field. They had some drops, penalties, and such, which halted their momentum, their drives. But they were going down the field. George Pickens was beating up on Adoree Jackson.
All of them.
He had a great play against Cooper DeJean as well. Cooper DeJean didn't look back, and he caught a pass right over him. Iffy defensive passing interference. Iffy. But hey, take him when we get him.
It's a bang-bang.
Yeah, it was bang-bang. Overall, our defense, I'm not mad at our defense because the defense held up as much as they possibly could. And at the end of the day, the Cowboys scored 24 points. The offense...
I did say in the barbershop talk, whoever got the 24.
You did say that. Yes, you did. Whoever got 24 first. And that was the game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the game. Yeah, Lucas, I don't want to hurt your arm anymore. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, just it wasn't the fact that you had 2 turnovers. It's that they were on back-to-back possessions. Not even back-to-back possessions, back-to-back plays. That was a gift from the football gods to the Cowboys. Yeah, no, you mentioned it. I just wanted to clarify that. And then the other thing I wanted to note is, and I just want to revisit this point a little bit. This was a terrible Saquon game. This was a terrible running game for you guys.
This
in
was
general.
this was Saquon's worst game as an Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
I think he rushed for
22 yards on 10
rushed
carries.
for
10 carries, 22.
He actually had more yards receiving. He had 52 yards receiving.
Why is Tank Bigsby only getting one run either? Too like he's effective if you give him the touches.
Well, that really comes down to coaching again.
You only had one carry.
Overall, the Eagles only had 18 rushes this whole game.
That's gosh.
Now, don't get me wrong. The Cowboys are playing the run. A lot of teams this season have been playing the run. They don't want Saquon to go off, and that's kind of the Eagles' identity as a whole. I mentioned earlier in the season once again. I hate to be the person that keeps saying I mentioned it earlier in the season, but I did say that the Eagles may need to change their identity on offense.
The question is,
a little more passing.
Can Hurts
it's not even about
consistent pass?
It's not the quarterback. Your offensive coordinator have to put you in positions. If the offensive coordinator is calling a out to AJ Brown and he's double teamed, and the second read is Dallas Goedert up the middle, and it's a bang bang play, and they're getting blitz. What do you want the quarterback to do? The quarterback can call an audible in that situation.
Yeah, he never does. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, he never really does. Audibles are something that Jalen Hurts needs to work on, but I mean, your coordinator has to put you in your offense in a position to win. I mean, they don't even. And one of the biggest weapons of Jalen Hurts is he's a dual threat quarterback. They don't even call design runs anymore.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say I haven't even seen him really run this year.
No,
outside of the tush push. By the way,
the tush push doesn't count.
Well, and I have a conspiracy theory about the tush push. Are you ready for this?
Oh God, here we go.
I think they're purposely not calling offside, so when they come back to it again during the offseason, they can say, "Hey, see, this play is callable because we can't even notice. Our referees can't call offsides because we can never tell." Just saying.
I'm done with the tush push. It's going to get banned. It's going to get banned.
Maurice, I'm done with it.
It's going to get banned.
Done with it.
JT's in deep. He's pondering over there.
Oh no, not pondering. Are you finished?
I'm good.
Who's your player of the game, Maurice? Because I missed a segment on mine real quick.
My player of the game. Oh, geez. Only when I have a player of the game.
I say give it to AJ.
I mean, AJ had 8 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown. That's another thing too. We can't run an offense to get one player happy. You can't do that. I mean, you can't run an offense and your sole purpose is, hey, let's get the ball to AJ so he can be happy and engaged into the offense.
I think it's more than just AJ. I think AJ notices that there's no excitement going into your offense, and maybe it's not just him. Maybe he's speaking up for Smitty. He's speaking for Goddard and Dotson and things of it. You got to account that your offense was pretty much high scoring last season, but that was also to the account of your run game. But maybe from what they're saying from Petula is not to what it was last season, and maybe that's probably the problem. But it also accounts there that AJ he's been saying that it's just not, he's not feeling it. But if you're looking at it, it's the offense isn't exciting where it can get exciting. It's just
the offense if you're looking at it from a defensive standpoint, the Philadelphia Eagles offense is very predictable. Very predictable. If you see another lineman come in, more than likely the Eagles are going to run the football. And I don't want to be a broken record on this. So going forward, I'm not going to be ranting about the Eagles offense. This is it for that. It is what it is at this point. We just got to live with it. Hopefully the talent can supersede whatever the coaching is giving them when it comes to their offense. But the chances of this team repeating as Super Bowl champions are very slim if this is the type of offense they're putting out on the field every game.
Yeah, look,
it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, look, right now the favorites in the NFC should be the Rams. and I'm going to talk about them a little bit in my segment, actually, which is crazy.
Before you go to yours, I wanted to say this. I want to give credit to my boy Dak Prescott. He's the all-time passing leader in Cowboys history. He passed Tony Romo.
I forgot to tweet about that. Shoot.
Yep.
I'll do that later.
Not a problem. I'm happy for Dak there, and I saw him kind of rewind the clock back and leap in the end zone. I haven't seen that in about 8 years. So, yeah, hats off to you, Dak. You balled out, and I also want to give credit to both quarterbacks in this game. Both top 10 quarterbacks did their thing when they needed to. So, respect.
Yeah, I mean, this was also a great showcase of our receiver core. All 4 receivers showed out in this game. They all had great plays. Devontae had a great catch. It looked like he was like parallel to the ground and caught the football. That was crazy. CD had some drops, but CD was definitely a key part of this game as well. Right now, George Pickens is your receiver 1. What you think?
I had a feeling. Like, I wasn't saying it just to say it. And hey, he hit 1,000 yards. He's got more yards than the Steelers
whole receiving core
touchdowns.
Yeah,
so
crazy
we'll see what happened there. But yeah. Pickens, he's definitely ignites the offense. I'm happy that he's here. I don't want him to go. I just feel that 1-2 combo with him and Lamb, should be here for years to come, but time will tell. You go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, just 2 quick thoughts on your guys. First off, the Eagles are still 8-3, so let's not like panic at the end of the world. Okay?
Not the end of the world.
One game at a time.
Yeah. The other thing is, and this is just a quick question to Maurice. Does it feel like there's going to be an eventual divorce between Brown and the Eagles this upcoming offseason?
Good question. I could see it. I wouldn't be shocked at all if he got traded.
Okay.
I would not be. Devontae Smith can be your number 1. I think the issue with AJ is he won the Super Bowl. Now this year he wants the stats, for a future payday. In a way, it's business, so I get it, but also it's a little selfish, especially when you put it out there on social media and stuff like that. You can keep it in house and be selfish. I mean, you can keep it to yourself and be selfish. I mean, that's what it says.
Look,
but I mean,
Well, receivers
me and you both,
as a whole, they're divas. Like they can't escape. They want the ball. So
and look, me and you both cover the NBA. We both know that when it comes to contract years, people always want to put up the big numbers. So that being said,
didn't he just get paid?
It's been 3 seasons now.
I thought it was 2. Didn't he get the contract? Wait, it was 2 seasons ago he got the contract, right?
Yeah, but wasn't it just a 3-year deal?
I'm looking at it now.
I know it was recent.
So he signed a 3-year, $96 million contract extension with the Eagles in 2024. So
he's got one more. More year. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there could be a divorce, maybe.
There's a bunch of void years in it, which go to 2029. That's a classic Howie Roseman move. If you don't know about void years, then you read up on that.
It's a Jerry move, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, overall, So, you can go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah. Not too much to talk about. Jaden's back at practice. There's, I believe, 3 21-day windows open. We already had Will Harris open. We opened Noah Brown and I believe Dre Jackson, who we signed as a free agent. Look, the team's still very injury ridden. Pros, we talked about Dan Quinn calling the defense that looks better. Will Jaden and Terry play? At this point, it seems unlikely, but never say never. Almost.
You mean this game coming up, or
the game coming up? We're playing against the Denver Broncos on, I believe, Sunday night. So,
Right.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. I think, which is a shame because we're playing in the throwback unis again, I believe. So it's not going to be any. Anyway, so
could be an upset.
Talking about being upset, I am slightly upset with Dan Quinn and Adam Peters, and it has nothing to do with what's been going on this team currently. It's about who we let go. Because I'm looking at the Los Angeles Rams. I see Cameron Curl playing really good football. I see Emmanuel Forbes removing the bust label that he had in DC. We let Curl walk in free agency. We waived Emmanuel Forbes. Now they're making plays on the favorite in the NFC, and
it's the system, Lucas. The system.
It's the system. I mean, first off, it's player development, and I don't feel like Dan Quinn wanted to put in the player development into Emmanuel Forbes, which is crazy because Forbes is the type of corner that he likes, the guy that likes to jump the route, that likes to get his hands in there. Tell me that I'm wrong, girl, because you were talking about when Forbes was drafted by DC, you were saying that, oh, he's a Dan Quinn guy. We were just thinking we could get him in the third round. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but you also got to look at what was missing from your team as a whole. That's just
I get it.
You just gave up too much that was there. That if you would have kept some of the pieces, I think I orchestrate something.
I think this is a sin against Adam Peters. I get wanting to get your own guys in there, but essentially clearing house is not was too much too fast. And I
think it's a clear of that as well, but you also got to think of it as still hindrance a sin of Snyder in there too.
Well, Snyder, the Ron Rivera. Look, I mean, obviously, Jack Del Rio was not the defensive coordinator that was going to get anything good out of Emmanuel Forbes. I mean, he's not even in the NFL right now, to my knowledge. Look, I'm happy that they're doing well, but do I wish that, those guys plus Chase Young, Montez Sweat were doing well on the Commanders instead? Absolutely. We had the makings of a good defense. It's just that, they decided to gut it and start over from scratch, which, I mean, I kind of get because you wanted to have clean books. But at the same time, I just, it's disappointing. But this is just me lamenting. There's really not, like I said, Jaden's probably not going to play this week. If Jaden doesn't play, I don't expect Noah Brown or Terry to play either. But here's my thing.
How many games has Terry played this season?
That's a good question. I feel like it's only been about 3 or 4. Hang on, I can check.
3?
Maybe 2.
Hang on.
Hey, man. More power to Terry. But he got paid.
He got that money.
He got paid. He was like,
tissue injuries.
I'm good. I'm good.
See, this is why you don't pay receivers over the age of 30. There's a reason.
Like that.
He's played 4 games this year. I'll give you guys an over-under. Over-under in those 4 games, 15 receptions.
Under?
Under.
What did you just say, Maurice?
I said, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does sound familiar, doesn't it? For those that don't listen to me and Maurice's NBA podcast, you should. Yeah, it's under. It's 13 receptions in 4 games, which is wild.
Wow.
Now, I will say, he does have 203 yards in those 4 games, which is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
But still, not thrilled about that. It's just, I'm frustrated. But, I'm just, look, at this point, I am looking at, let's develop the young guys. Let's continue to see what we got in them. I'm seeing some good stuff from the young guys. They just need more game reps. That's what they to develop. That's what we need. But RFK has officially, the old RFK stadium has officially been demolished. It is gone.
Finally?
Yep, they got it done. It's gone.
Cool.
So anyway, and we hired the same people that did like the SoFi Stadium to do our stadium too.
Okay, that's a good stadium.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all that I got. We can move on to the NFL, big news. And I feel like it's Shedeur Sanders, right? Like it has to be the Shador.
Shador actually got a week of reps with the first team, and he started in the Cleveland
I was
game.
about to say. Yeah.
He looked good. He won again.
Got himself a dub.
Got himself a dub. The first Browns quarterback since 1995 to do that. Was 11 of 20, 200 and 1 yards, I think. 1 TD, 1 interception. Look, I think so. Like, can we just I know, we don't want to be conspiracy theorists here, but it really does feel like the NFL was trying to stick it to him before they let him actually do what he could do, right?
They were definitely teaching him a lesson.
Yeah,
they were teaching him something.
But with all that said, though, he now has the opportunity to create his own path. I think he's going to start next week, so he has the opportunity to create his own path going forward.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan Gabriel's a healthy benching, so we'll see. But good for Shador. Now, Kendrick Perkins.
I got a question.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
A question for you. It was nice seeing Dion there supporting his son.
Yeah.
Question: the Browns are looking for a head coach, right?
I mean, technically not yet.
Okay.
I mean, look, are you gonna? I know what you're gonna ask. Should Dion get the job?
I mean, he just got an extension with Colorado, but
I don't think he wants. He said that he doesn't want to coach grown men. Because if he did, he would have taken the Cowboys job last year.
That's.
I think that's
I think that was just to kind of get money in the pockets. So yeah.
We'll see. But no, I mean, look, Kevin Stefanski's not fired yet. If he does get fired, I don't, there's going to be another NFL team that wants him. Who should take the Browns job? I don't know. Don't really care.
Nobody.
It's the Browns.
Yeah, no one cares about the Browns.
Whoever it is.
We only care about the Browns because of Shador. That being said, let's get to our social media stuff. Which is JT's job.
Wait, the social media, or you mean the Who's That Football Player?
Yeah,
it's your time.
Social media is Who's That Football player, yeah.
Noted. Now I know. All right. It's time. All right. It's time for Who's That Football Player? This player played with the Philadelphia Eagles back in the year 1979. This player had 338 carries for 1,512 yards, 9 touchdowns, had 41 receptions for 494 yards, and 5 touchdowns. This player career awards as a 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro second team, 1-time All-Purpose Yards leader, 1-time, is that fumble leader?
Yeah, fumble leader, yeah.
Why's that one up there? No, never mind.
It's a season leader thing. I felt like I had to do it.
Alrighty. Mal, as well as myself, who's that football player?
I think this is a relatively easy one.
No hints.
None are given.
Montgomery.
Wilbert Montgomery?
See, I told you it was too easy.
Look at Maurice.
Is that your final answer, Earl?
I wouldn't have said it if it wasn't.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. That's right.
Yeah, Montgomery.
I told you.
Yeah, because there was a trivia that we did when we had Tuck on. Shout out to Tuck. When we had the choice between Shady and Montgomery.
Oh, you're right.
Speaking of Tuck was lit this weekend at the game. Must have been those Cowboy Ritas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was. I saw that too.
Yeah. Hats off to those who were there at the game.
He was going crazy.
Celebration.
Well, celebration.
One day, Earl, you will be there.
One day.
Man, who you telling, man? Who you telling?
One day you will be there.
Yeah, I gotta get over there. I need to shake Jerry's hand.
I was about to say you got extended family in there. You got your wife's family down there. You could go spend the week with them and then check out a game.
Yeah, I gotta shake Steven's hand too.
Are you really gonna shake their hand, or are you gonna suplex them?
find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's get to the trivia. And actually, before
that, we have a poll question.
Speaking of the Cowboys. Sorry, I meant poll question. Actually, before you do that, I had a response to the poll question on Instagram.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, read the poll question first and do the responses, and then I'll tell you.
What's the biggest key for the Dallas Cowboys to make a playoff run this season? Dak staying hot, defense forcing turnovers, O-line consistency, or coaching?
It's the defense. I just picked the defense.
Everyone on Twitter picked the defense forcing turnovers.
Gotcha.
I think it was different on Instagram.
Defense continued to be sound. I need to see how Diggs is playing with what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad to have Overshown back. I'm glad to see Revel out there, Carson as well. But I need to see Diggs out there. I need to see what he brings, because he could be probably that missing piece to figuring out what Flus is looking for. So they just got to get on the same page.
Yeah. Overshown wasn't 100. He's not 100% yet. But I did like what they were doing with him in the Eagles game. He played more linebacker than anything else.
That's his position.
Yeah.
That's his position.
Yeah, last year he was playing some edge.
At times. It varies on what they were trying to do. Like bits and pieces. But we do have guys that can rush. It's just I'm not gonna foil the gameplay. But
So anyway, let me get to our fan. He is a Eagles fan. His name is Griff. You can find him on Instagram, I guess. Griff Hutzinger. And his response to the Instagram story was not happening. I asked why. He said they ain't going to make the playoffs this year. Their defense can't play a full game. Their offense can't read a good defense for a full game. What just happened to the Eagles will happen to them in the playoffs. Any response, Earl?
Yes. Boy, I'm glad. I've been waiting for someone just to say something like that. They were telling me, don't do it. They were like, JT, don't do it. And I'm just like, but I got to. They were like, no, you can't do it. You're better. And I'm like, no, you're absolutely right. I am better. What I'm going to tell him, he needs to soak up his tears, understand, take the L that happened on Sunday. Need to come to the realization that Dallas did upgrade their defense with the trades. That's why there's so many people giving them F for the grade. Quentin Williams is still that dude. When Logan Wilson gets more opportunity, he's going to be that dude. But with what it's orchestrating, with Quentin Williams being there, it makes the line better. It makes the defense better. Also, Maurice, no shot at you. Those Philadelphia kids that was boxing the punching bags and everything, you didn't think I saw that. I saw that clearly. What if I told you punching bags hit back? Now, those kids, check on the kids. If they sad, give them some Philly cheesesteaks. But I know going to class, there may be a Cowboy fan in there and they're like, so what about that punching bag, huh? They probably, they're like,
he's right. There would be at least one Cowboys fan there.
They're like, when. But for an example, how them kids was punching the punching bags with the Cowboys faces on it. If you remember the movie Gremlins, where Gizmo looked like he was, and when he punched the punching bag knocked them all. That's exactly what I think the punching bags would have done to all them kids. And shame on the person for be like, that teaching that thing. Pitiful. All y'all.
Earl took this personally. No,
JT took this personally because it was rewarded.
He was on his Lucas knows it. He was on his Michael Jordan.
I will say maybe we should just start doing like a segment of like reactions to people's comments on social media. I feel like that would be fun.
That would be fun.
It might go viral.
Actually would be fun.
Okay. That being said, I feel like sometimes like I purposely ignore some of the comments because I'm like, why do you guys?
Oh, there was one. I'll tell y'all after.
Oh, what on TikTok?
This was on YouTube.
Oh,
it's on
yeah, I
YouTube.
think I saw that one. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about
Anyway,
that.
let's get to
the TikTok comments are the most egregious ones.
Yo, TikTok is unhinged sometimes. I like it though.
But it's wild. We're here for it.
I love it.
That's true. That being said, the trivia question was short, sweet, to the point. Question was, who led the team in sacks? Who led the Washington Redskins in sacks with 10 in the 1977 season?
Bruh.
Yeah. No, you don't get the answer until last.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're going to ruin it for everybody else.
1977. Manley?
Okay. Mal?
I have no idea.
Okay. Earl, if you get mad, I might pull a Jordan and grab a pair of glasses and just throw it.
Really? You got anything to throw with you right now?
I have a Dollar General gift card.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I didn't know they had
All right.
Let's
Ballin'.
Okay. There. All right.
Not even Family Dollar. Dollar General.
I'm gonna choose 500 for Dennis Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Yeah.
GG's
Yes,
Dollar
it
General
was
gift
Dennis
card.
Johnson.
Oh,
And not the
I think
basketball
I
player.
figured out what you're doing, Lucas.
What am I doing with the trivia questions?
See, I know you. I know
You
you
know
get
me?
your enjoyment. I know you so well.
Okay,
Did this dude play at Delaware?
he did.
Oh.
Okay, and then the previous trivia.
Come on.
Did it have any Delaware descent? Maybe a coach
Or
maybe
Virginia.
Delaware State.
You're getting close. So I'll tell you, you're close. So
because you did West Virginia, and I'm like, what is he
so
gonna do? Delaware
they
next?
just had to play their college football in the state of Delaware. They did not have to do UD. They could do UD or Del State.
Oh my
but
god.
it still has something to do with
It
Delaware.
had to be inside the state of Delaware. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I know. I cracked it. I know. Because ain't no way, boy, that you would just come up with these miraculous things. And I'm like, Rob
Oh my
Milstead.
God.
I'm just like, wait, he was at Delaware.
Del
Like,
State.
Del State. And I'm just like, man, what's next? Gonna be Philadelphia 76ers or something?
Probably.
Like, what you
Nah.
gonna do?
I think I'll change it up
Was
and
there-
not do colleges next
There
time.
was there ever a Sixer who played football? I don't think so.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so. Yeah.
I don't
Might
know.
look that up.
But yeah,
Mm.
nice try though.
I mean,
Nice
we
try.
know T.O. tried to play football. I mean, basketball. He did. He
Yes,
didn't
he
look
did.
bad
He
in the
did.
All-Star game. Anyway,
No, ain't not bad. Miles Garrett.
yeah, okay, yeah. You found out my ploy, but the question is, can you figure out who I'm going to choose for the Eagles next week?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
More to come.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just gotta see it because I'm like, but that's clever though because you almost had me.
They
But
just had to play their college football in the state of Delaware, the first state. You know, the Diamond State. You know,
It was
the Blue
West
Hen
Virginia
State.
and Delaware. But
Hey,
still,
you
but-
know, those are my two college teams. You know.
Oh no, I respect it. I'm just like, no, just you ain't gotta.
You
Yeah,
know,
I-
I could throw it like out of left field and do Hawaii and just do like a Cole Brennan montage.
Oh, R.I.P. Cole Brennan.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to his one year as the backup for the Redskins. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's that. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I think we're good. I think we're good after
Okay.
this. Look, we will. JT is going to be either tonight or tomorrow. Going to be
It's
recording
gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna. I'm doing it tonight.
tonight. Okay, so tonight after we're done recording, me and JT are going to record his solo episode, and then who's
gonna be a
playing on
quick
Friday? Maurice, you're going to have to record tomorrow.
Yep.
And then me
Yeah,
and
I'm
Mal
recording.
got to record. But make sure you listen to our solo episodes for game previews this upcoming season and this upcoming week. Gobble gobble, Earl.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Have fun with your family. Always keep your head on the swivel.
Mhm.
Is there one
I
thing
will not
everybody's
be with
looking
my family, but I made a family down here too. So
Mm.
Okay.
that's all that matters.
Loved
it's
ones.
just gonna
That's
be
all that
me,
matters. Loved
baby
ones.
girl, and the girlfriend this year.
Nice.
Yeah, going family time. Gonna have a lot of food.
Absolutely.
I'm burning a lot of calories at my new job, so me eating here, I'm gonna be like Goku.
I was about to say that jersey's looking a little baggier on you, sir.
Yeah, bulking up.
Oh,
Okay.
look!
Up,
Oh,
so.
I didn't know this was a gun show. Oh no!
Oh my
no.
God.
Oh yeah, I'm bulking up.
Oh,
Bulking up.
look at this guy! Look at this guy! Okay, flexing on us. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. That being said,
looking
guys.
forward to Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
absolutely. That being said, I'll give it to Mal and Maurice to finish this up.
Maurice, you want to
is
do it or
Is
me?
it me? Is it me? I think it's me on the agenda, so I'll go by
right.
the agenda. So I'll go
I'll
ahead
go
and
by the
close it out.
agenda.
Once again, happy Thanksgiving, everyone out there who's celebrating. Just have fun with your loved ones and be safe, be happy, be jolly. Thank everybody for listening to this podcast. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon. Check out our YouTube, like Lucas just mentioned. Our solo episodes are all there. I think Lucas just put up another blooper episode. Did you?
Yeah,
Lucas?
bloopers are up on there too. That's where you can find our bloopers. It's not an episode. It's just like a long clip. You know, it's not like a short.
Yeah.
It's just
Love
a
it.
clip. Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, check us out on our socials at Twitter or X, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Facebook. Leave us a comment. It might piss off Earl. It might not.
Oh no! I'm just
Comment at your own discretion.
Yeah, on your own discretion.
No. We definitely
might
want you
roast
to
We might
comment.
roast
But if you want us to, respond to it on our episode, send us a message.
yeah.
You-
We'll
you-
happily respond.
There's a 45% chance you might get roasted. But comment anyway. We like to comment.
Roasted?
45,
No,
that's too
never,
high.
never. We would never do that to our. Okay, yeah, let's keep on going.
All right.
Low key 75%, but
Yeah.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And check us out on Facebook. Once again, check us out on Facebook, 14_Rings Podcast. Until next week, have a good holiday, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.
Deuces.
Blessings, much love.
Go Birds.
Easy for life.